Hi, Tim. Good morning, everyone. So, thanks for joining our .NET resume preparation webinar. Okay, so in this session, we'll detail create about a .NET full stack resume. Okay, so the intention of the session is, in general, we are using like online tools to build a resumes, correct? So, like Naukri. So, a lot of the online tools are there. While you are using the tools, you are able to build a resume. But once you are building a resume from end to end, that will be more confident because if you're attending a five interviews, out of five interviews, three to four interviews will ask from the question from the resume itself, not from something else. Okay, so sometimes we are preparing through online, right? We may not confident. So that too, there was a lag. What was a lag? I mean to say, right? If you want to build a resume, right, we don't have any predefined templates. Like we need to be follow in this session. I'm going to explain the predefined template. Okay, for example, the name is there. Okay, so what was the font I need to be used? What was the font size I need to be used? Contact details. What was the font size we need to be used? Okay, what are the sections we need to be present in the resume? Okay, one by one. So in detail, we will be discussed. Okay. So next, sometimes people are saying like a ATS friendly resume. What is mean by ATS friendly resume? See, even though it is ATS friendly resume, think like if you go for an interview to a company, right? How they are selecting? Still, you are carrying the uh, paper, or you are directly going to the interview, or opening the laptop or something online based. And paper is correct. Even though if I taking interview also, for example, as a tech lead, I am taking the interview. So you are the attendee. Still, HR is sending a paper based to me. I'm going to be download, or else they will be download provide to us. So we are going to be evaluated. Still, resume is a paper based one if you are going for an interview. Okay. For example, you are attending the online interviews. At that time, you are having the laptop because you are not in a physical. So through a mail, HR is going to be sent to a recruitment team, and then recruitment team going to be sent to the interviewer. So that interviewer will take that resume and will go ahead. So such a case, how we can able to build the effective resume? Okay. See, you have the so much of capability as a technical staff in your company. You have worked for the 3 years. For every year you are the award winning person. Still sometimes a resume is not selecting means see, other company don't know about you until you are joining to the company, correct? So that is the reason resume is the first proposal for to the HR, and then a first proposal to a tech lead, a person who is going to be select or pick your resume. Okay, so let us see some of the resumes which one resume I have created with the three different templates. Okay, so I just added like have taken the reference of what type of resumes I can see, right? So this type of resume per preparing, right? So it is not elaborating or showcasing your skills perfectly. For example, so what we are having here we are having the first name, last name, something. Next, you are having the summary. Okay, and then you are adding like experience. So from where you are working, how you are working. Okay, so in this resume, I'm not able to say how much hands-on experience. Next, let us go for a skill set. It is a perfect software architecture you have worked, cloud you have worked, Agile, API development, front end, okay, code optimization, database techniques, .NET development, JavaScript, HTML, CSS, React, and Angular. Okay, but don't think like a HR know everything your .NET, correct? HR is a generic person, so they have the .NET openings, the Java openings, the Python openings, cloud openings. They may into the multiple openings. Until you are explicitly adding the topics, they don't know. Am I correct? So we should be focusing on explicit adding the topics. So in detail, then your resume will be pick up fast. Next, as a person, so we always focusing on the right side, right, rather than the left side. Okay, so my intention is go for a one slider. So instead of this left and right. Okay, that too, can I go for a one page or multi pages? See, you are having a 4+ years of experience, 5+ years of experience. In one page, how much amount of experience you are exposing? Correct? How much amount of experience you are exposing? That also a question within a one page. So my intention is go for a 2 pages, even though left and right also add it a detailed. Okay. Same resume in different format. Okay, so compared to here, somewhat see here, summary skills, experience, the order has been changed, but still, for example, the technical team have given a .NET full stack opening who is having the ADO.NET API development plus services. So in this situation, how the HR will be picked? HR can see like a API development, but ADO.NET was not mentioned. They may not able to pick this resume. The because HR will be look for that skill set is matched. Okay. So they are reading your resume. Okay. So how much time they are going to be spent? Less than a minute. So simple. In the Insta Reels also I write. So you are having the so many reels. So how you are going to be review that reel? So simple. You are going to be scroll. So within a 10 seconds, you need to be grab the attention of the user who is seeing the your reel. So then they will continue for the next 1 minute of reel or 2 minutes or 5 minutes. Okay, same within 10 seconds, we should be proposed like we need to be highlight. Okay, so how to be highlight also we will see it. So this is another standard. Here we are wasting the space. Okay, same thing. Let me show you. I have built a resume. Okay, so see the resume. Okay, see. So by end of this session, my target is you can able to focus on preparing this resume. See the detailed technical skills how I have been added. Okay. Next, font size is also very important. Font family, font size, or what font family? For example, what people will do, right? So they are moving up, moving down. Okay. So next, so this font size was, for example, 11. Let us make it as a 12, 13. E Even there is a no order of the font across the resume also following. So that is the reason we are frequently using a websites. Though it is a website, are we getting the complete perfect resume? Maybe sometimes yes, sometimes wrong. Okay. Next, before starting the resume preparation, let me discuss on 2 minutes for example, I want to go for an interview. So what are the pre-steps you need to be taken? For example, some production issues came. Okay. So what are the pre-steps you are going to be take? This is a common question, right? The pre-step is nothing but I'm going to be set up a complete logs, traces, monitoring system. These logs will be help me to be get that production based issue. Okay, example. So how we need to be start? For example, my target is to get the job in the next 2 months or 3 months or 4 months. Okay, though you are resigned or you are not resigned also. So how we need to be start? First step, my point of view is let us have a at least 80% preparation you should be ready. Because nowadays situation, how many openings you can see in the marketing? For example, earlier we were having the 10 openings out of 10. I mean to say 4 years back, out of 10 openings, 5 openings were getting experience. In the next 1 or 2 openings, you are getting the job. Okay. But how is the situation within a 5 openings? You should be get 2 to 3 openings in your hand. Okay. So that is the reason at least 80% you should be prepared. Okay. This 80% include lot of the things will be discussed. In the step number 2, you should be create a proper resume. Even though you are a strong technical skills, if you are going for a you online tools or something else, you may not confident to be create. They are going to be given us some predefined words, text. So that will be populated. Okay. So your resume should be give 100% effort. That 100%, any recruiter, any technical person seeing your resume, it should be selectable. Next, step number 3, you should be go for a interview. Okay. Interview. So in the interview, how you are presenting, what type of strategy? For example, you are having the 5 years of experience going for an interview. Without a strategy, simple, I will go for an interview. What level of confidence you are having to get or crack today's interview? Okay. So we are thinking like I may or not, but definitely I will give my 100% effort. It's not about your 100% effort. You should have the strategy. For example, what type of strategies? If you go for an interview, for any question, take a timer before the interview. Put on a timer. Are you able to answer more than a 2 minutes or 3 minutes minimum? 2 to 3 minutes. Within 10 seconds or less than a minute, people are completing the answer. For example, what is the design patterns? So design patterns providing the code and the solutions to build an application. Is it enough? No. For example, what is a dependency injection? So what level of answering you are giving? For example, interfaces. What level of answering we are giving, we should be focused in detail. Okay. Next, we need to be follow one more strategy like ABC's principle. So ABC is not like something else I just given to my attendees. So for example, the concept is from the B, try to explain from A, B, and C. If they're asking like a dependency injection, what you need to be explained, right? You need to be explain the first design pattern, because a dependency injection is a part of design pattern. Next, you need to be explain about IOC container, because in the IOC container itself, we are building the design pattern, correct? Next, you need to be explain about the design dependency injection design pattern. Okay, this is the way we need to be explained in detail. Okay.